So this is a matter that has been playing out, I think, since the beginning of the year, and there have been letters between the lawyers of Honorable Ken Ofori-Atta and the Office of the Special Prosecutor. I think that we have to lay a certain foundation in this matter, that every public officer should know that there is a day of accountability. All of us. That when you occupy public office, one day you'll be called upon to come and account for your stewardship. So the former president has told all of us that if you are called to go and account for stewardship, please do well to show up. So with that mindset, I'm not too sure if Honorable Ken Ofori-Atta is trying to avoid accountability. I'm not holding brief, but from what I hear his lawyers say, Honorable Ken Ofori-Atta is unwell. They have written to the Office of the Special Prosecutor and they have attached, letters to that effect. And they have even indicated the hospital where he is seeking, the medical attention. And about the next, 10 days or so, he'll be going under the knife. Now, the OSP insists that he must bodily show up. Now, what we must know is that even if Honorable Ken Ofori-Atta shows up during the course of interrogation, he can decide not to talk throughout the period. Under our laws, every suspect or accused person has a right not to self-incriminate. So the lawyers are proposing that there are medium through which you can reach Honorable Ken Ofori-Atta in spite of his current situation. So the OSP insists that you must come, and I think OSP has every right to make that insistence. But I think it should be measured in the way that he says, because you don't even know the extent to which the man's prostate or cancer has developed.
But that's his point. That has it developed to the point where the man cannot travel?
I see there are options available. The lawmaker should be deemed to know more, and so we pass laws to assist us as if a day like this would come. There is a law known as Mutual Legal Assistance Act that was passed in 2010, Act 807, and under that law, Section 40, 41, 42 provides mechanisms for authorities in Ghana, for instance, to seek assistance from other countries. And in this case, the United States is a member, is a signatory to this particular, convention. So it's one of the things that the OSP can seek to do, to engage him either by, video link, or you can also apply, to the U.S. government for them to provide, assistance for you to be able to go to the locus, to go and then do the engagement with him. Don't forget that the OSP can proceed to trial without even Ken Ofori-Atta's, presence in the country. This lady who used to be at Maslock, Sedinam Tamaklu, right? She was tried in absentia, convicted, and then sentenced. So, Office of the Special Prosecutor has different options to apply. But what I'm saying is that I think that there should be some continuous engagement between the lawyers and the OSP, because there's a solution. But if you are not able to come physically, there are other remedies that the OSP can apply.
What do you say to those who suggest that, Mr. Ofori-Atta brought this upon himself because he actually told the special prosecutor that he was going to have surgery in March? It didn't happen. April passed by, May passed by. He was given up to the 2nd of June to appear. And it was some days to that date that he suddenly said, no, I'm now going to have surgery. So the thing he said was going to happen didn't happen. No communication about that. And then suddenly, when he's due to all right, suddenly it's going to happen again. So, I mean, what do you say to those who say, well, Mr. Ofori-Atta brought this upon himself, and it's no surprise that the special prosecutor does not believe him and is not willing to give him any further leeway?
You know, when it comes to health matters, one can't be so sure. You can wake up in the morning and by evening you are gone. You understand? Or you can be healthy and think that maybe you are strong enough, and the next thing something happens to you. So we can't be too sure.
Communicate for all that time?
Exactly. So maybe there's a question of lack of communication. There's a lacuna as far as the communication between the lawyers and the OSP is concerned. That has to be addressed. But what is important, I think, the willingness on the part of Honorable Ken Ofori-Atta's lawyers to explore other means of having that interface. In fact, it is in the interest of the OSP to even take advantage of some of these platforms to do this just for the records, and then say that, okay, I've made every effort to reach Honorable Ken Ofori-Atta, I've not been able to reach him, and then applying. So you go the extra mile and then take advantage of electronic opportunity to engage him. Of course, you can't be too sure about who is in his presence when you are engaging him through electronic communication. But there is another option, like we do here. Sometimes a court will be trying a matter and a witness is unwell, indisposed, probably at the hospital. Sometimes even the judges, they move the courts to the locus to take evidence. Sometimes somebody is so unwell, and the fear is that the person may not survive the next couple of days until the trial terminates. So the court will go and take evidence and preserve the evidence. So these are mechanisms that are available under our law. So I think that the OSP can take advantage of any of them to tick the boxes.